Hello Acceleration Nation, it is Laramoto here, and today I've just done a training session at Champions Flattrack School. However, this video is all about absolute basic level 1 learning how to flat track and a few videos thrown in about what you can do with a bit more experience. So thank you so much for watching, consider subscribing, and I will see you in a bit. This video is all about learning how to flat track right from the basics in this brilliant indoor school, and you really get to enjoy the power of these little Honda CRF 100s. More than enough space to stretch them out, and it's a really good laugh. When you come to the school, you will be taught by the fantastic Pete Boast, who's a bit of a famous name when it comes to flat tracking, and also you'll get some quality instruction from people like Tim Neve, who's currently a BSB rider. So now we'll move on to the level 1 course, so you get a bit of a flavour of what that's about. And after 2.5 minutes, I then interview Pete Boast, talking to him about how he started the school in 2005, offering a flat track school for people to experience flat track, improve their off-road skills to be better road riders, or actually learn how to start and pursue this fantastic hobby.
Today is a level 1 course. We'll start at the beginning, do some drills and techniques, starting with the upper body, moving down to the steel shoe, showing you why we've got them on, how we're going to use it. Using the rear brake is quite an important part of flat track. We are going to be riding the CRF 100, perfect for training. Yeah, nice little bikes. The main thing with these bikes is your seating position correct, sitting in the middle of the bike. Don't let yourself slip right back. Just make sure them arms are bent, that's crucial. In like yourself, if you're riding off-road and stuff, you know, your arms are doing all the work on this job. So you're pushing, you're moving your arms. Unlike when we're riding the tarmac, we're using our feet quite a lot. On this, it's your arms that's going to do all the work, pushing the bike down. So we've got to make sure they're bent. You'll feel the grip level again if you've never ridden on here. Hopefully you'll enjoy the grip level, because some people are quite surprised how grippy and how low you can get these bikes. But first ride's just all about getting settled in. Me and Tim are going to be looking at you, just making sure them upper bodies are working good. Obviously we'll have a little lunch, and then we'll crack on and start doing not just oval but different tracks, lefts, rights, hairpins, all sorts of stuff. So that's the deal.
Right, now you've got some of the basics covered. The only way you're going to find out how good it is by turning up, so check out Champions Flattrack School on Facebook or on their website. Now I'm going to move over to a video with Pete, and you can learn a little bit more about the history of the school and how to get involved. Cool.
Keep your breath back.
Yeah, I am trying to get my breath back. I've just finished a day here with Pete, who runs the Champions Flattrack School.
Yep. And
I have gone from never riding a Honda CRF 100
yeah.
Around this indoor circuit, and I've now ended up racing with a bunch of the trainees here, all thanks to Pete's instruction. So Pete, thank you for your time today.
Thank you, I've loved it,
It's been awesome. Tell me a bit, this is your school, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it, yeah. So we started flat track in the UK sort of 2005, and part of getting the sport going was, I thought, you know, we need a school to support the sport for people like yourself and other people who come and just experience it. You know, it's like anything like schools for track days and stuff. Once, if you experience it, it might not be for you, but I think the smile on your face is saying lots of, you know what, this is really good fun. So yeah, it's not all about, all we care is you have a great day, having a fun day. There's lots of advantages of doing it.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, like yourself, Lara, who's, you know, you've done a lot of tarmac racing and that.
Yeah.
How do you feel that it's helped you out a little bit? Or,
to be honest, I was really nervous because I am a bit of a tarmac princess. Well. And the idea of going on anything that isn't lovely smoothed, a lovely surface, a good tarmac surface just makes me a bit nervous, and I struggled with it when I was racing.
Right.
And so I was worried about just being on dirt. But you get here, and then you start leading the bike into the corner, inevitably the opposite to where I'm used to doing it, pushing the bike away and sticking your leg out. And there's so much grip. And the irony was the wetter the track, as in the slightly damp surface, gave you more grip than when it was drying out. And so I got so much more confidence about having a slightly looser back end and feeling my way around and being on the power. And you don't get, it's a much safer environment to do that, and it's cheaper just to do it inside this hangar than it is on the track learning the hard way, where you end up binning it around Melbourne. Which
you don't want to be wrecking your road race bike just trying to think if I can be a god or slide it, where, you know, round here it's like what we're doing, 30, 35 possibly, but it feels like loads faster when you're riding, but you know, so what, if it goes wrong, it's just pick your son up, sort it out, you know, doesn't matter, you know, and get up and go. And the thing is, you know, what we find is, firstly, people really enjoy it, but for training wise, you know, the road race boys come here and it's just really like, it's intense. You've got to get your markers right, you've got to feel what's going on underneath you and stuff like that. So it's great form to progress to road racing, but also we use it for, like, road people can come here and then feel a lot more confident if they're going to go into a car, you know, slippery car park or something, or you know, amount of times you're going along, there's a load of chippings on the road or anything. I'm not saying again you're going to save everything, but you know, if you know what the feel's like, you can react to it. So that's good. And then, like I say, at the same time, we've got our own sport, which is flat track, which we, you know, we love and we enjoy so much. And you know, it's a sport that's sort of really getting going. And I think thanks to like people like Rossi and Marquez, which gets talked about on MotoGP, so they're doing a great job for helping us promote this sport. But you know, it's dead easy to get into, and like you say, it's pretty damn cheap, you know, so it's not going to break the bank to do it. Exactly.
There's so what is flat tracking as a sport then? How many circuits are there?
So if you're talking it, well, firstly it's an American sport, right? So you know, in the States it's one of their all-time sports, you know.
Because I thought it was just left-hand turns around an oval, and I was really surprised when I realised that it was left and right.
So for example, like in the States, when we race in the States, there's a mile oval, half-mile oval, which obviously we can't have in here, but we have the short track, which is the smaller oval, and then in the States they call it a TT, but basically again lefts, rights, usually throw a jump in as well, which we haven't quite progressed to today, but yeah, there's usually a jump left, right, so it's like Supermoto, but we're still only using like the rear brake and stuff. So yeah, it's just, you know, the good thing about it is there's all them things you can do on that bike, and it's just you know, it's just great to have a bike that does all round, you know, does a bit of everything. And you know, like I say, you get the feeling of the dirt and how much grip you got, and like, you know, just the fact that you do one corner with a bit of a slide on and that, and that's sort of big thrill, isn't it?
The whooping that I was doing was unreal. I might have got a few shots on camera, but I was screaming my way around. And when you get the confidence up and you start, you know, almost pushing the front away from you and trying to look all flat tracky, it's just a great rush just to have this buzz here, and it's cheap to get to. I don't like, and it's suitable for beginners all the way up to experienced riders, isn't it? So you can turn up here as an absolute novice, even before you're even road legal in a sense.
Yeah, we don't mind people coming in the fact that we wouldn't say we have people that come that can't ride a bike completely. We wouldn't, because it's like going to a rally school and you're not being able to drive.
True.
But we are aware that people might have only ever ridden a scooter. Which still we can cope with that. That's all right, because you've felt there's not a massive amount of gear changing needed, so that's not such a big deal.
It's just second.
Most of the time. But you know, like you can have people from that standard come in. And like I say, we have, if I do a bit of name dropping, but Pete Hickman, Guy Martin, people like that at this level, Sam Lowe's, Alex Lowe's, you know, and my instructor today, Tim, who's riding BSB. So you can have that level, but you can have that level and anything in between.
Brilliant.
So that's where we are with it.
And I noticed that you were saying about level 1 and level 2. How many levels are there, and how do you...
Well, there's 2 levels. It's easy, really. Level 1 is just what we've done today.
Right.
We can swizz it around, do little things, but level 2, we get a little bit more racified. So, like, yes, like we had at the end there, a bit of a race, but we have races. We have also, we go into depth about passing, and we have a camera on the bike, same as you've had, so people can go back and look at themselves, because it's always easy to criticise yourself rather than me and Tim telling you, oh yeah, you do this, do that. Sometimes it's really good to have a look at yourself and see. So we get a little bit more racified, and you know, practice starts, because that's a thing that you've never done, and if you're going to go racing you need to know how to do a practice start to get away. So there's all that sort of stuff on level 2. We do open practice where you can bring your own bike or use hire one of mine, where you just do the laps on loads of different tracks in here.
Perfect.
And then we do our race days, which is usually once a month, and classes from all sorts, you know, from little 6-year-olds going around on peewees, and to old boys even older than me riding on, you know, just going around for the fun of it.
Brilliant,
you know?
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's the deal, really.
Yeah, well, it's been brilliant to meet you.
Good.
It's been an absolutely fantastic day. I've gone right back to student again, and it just reminds me of like my first track day or my first race. I'm just buzzing, I'm full of adrenaline, I'm very tired, I've been sweating buckets, but it's because I've been working, and a lot of the road or the racing logic, or in terms of taking lines, judging your turning points, your braking markers, all of it applies even in this small area just as much as it does on a larger track like Cadwell or Alton. So yeah, it's been an absolutely awesome day, and thank you so much.
Thank you, thanks for coming.
No worries.
Good.
And that is the end of the video. You may have heard Molly the dog barking, an extra feature of the Flattrack School. She's an absolute delight, and will welcome you when you arrive in the car park. So I will just cut to my closing edit. Thank you for making it this far and being so interested. Again, check out the school. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this video has inspired you to consider trying Flattrack. It's a great way to develop your skills in a really safe environment. It's indoors, it's a really great way to learn, and great way to get bike handling skills. So thank you very much. So check out Champions Flattrack School on Facebook, and they also have a website. And if you fancy doing some flat track outside, check out Ride and Skid It. They have a great external arena. So thanks for watching, consider subscribing, and I'll see you for the next video. Cheers.